Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Vince McSham with you here. And this is the Nation Network, and this is the State of the Nation. Thank you for stopping by and checking this out, whether it's live or on demand later on today. So, obviously, we are into the final days of countdown to the big one, 2K20. There's been a lot of talk about this game and the lack of information that had been released by 2K, and I've been saying the whole time, trying to stay positive, that it's not necessarily a bad thing. I kind of like not knowing what to expect. I hate when games put out way too much information up front. It's not so much with sports games because you kind of want to see how they look and how they play. But as an example, The Last of Us 2, which is a game I'm really anticipating, they're giving way too much of it away right now. I mean, I've got to avoid videos at all costs because I don't want all these spoilers that are being thrown out there. And while they may not be storyline spoilers, it's still stuff I want to discover myself and explore myself. And I was looking forward to that with 2K this year, even though that little sound in the back of my mind said there's a reason. And there is a reason. So there's no big surprise. Everybody should know by now, and if you don't, Ukes left the company and pulled out, and basically that left a big hole to fill and not a lot of time, which includes having to rewrite a whole bunch of code for the fine folks at 2K. Having watched several videos, having looked at several articles online by people who actually have had their hands on this game, those referred to as influencers, not one has had a positive thing to say about it. Not one. And the only positive thing I heard was that some of these additional goofball features, I refer to them as, or you can like battle it out in a graveyard and smash tombstones over everybody and things like that. It can be fun if that's your kind of thing. It's not mine. I'm a realist. I try to keep the product as close to real as I can. So that said, yeah, I wasn't blown away by what I'm hearing. Let's add to that, it gets a little bit more entertaining. There will not be create a championship when the game launches. They are saying that there will be a future update, but nobody's 100% sure because apparently all their code crashes the shit. So there'll be no championship titles other than those that come with the game for the foreseeable future. And The Fiend will not be available for at least a week after launch, which was a huge hammer shot to the head. That's your pre-order bonus. And now it doesn't matter if you pre-ordered or not. He won't be ready until the 29th. So I'm feeling a little like KY owes me a tube of KY. 2K owes me KY. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting at this point in time. Prime time, thank you, my friend, for stopping by and checking things out. Good morning to you and everybody out there in the nation. So that leaves me in a bit of a conundrum. This, by far, is going to be the worst title 2K has ever released. I don't think you can even argue it. I've seen some of the character scans, well, some scans and some weren't. And it's amazing. Some look amazing and completely awesome, and then other ones look like some kid painted them by numbers. And that's on the ones that they provide us with. That's not talking about created content. Without the ability to create a championship, I can't do what I need to do. And it's supposed to be coming. No one's able to say when. And it's 2K, guys. Let's go on track record alone. Whenever they do launch it, it will still screw up the game. The collision detector is horrible. The targeting detector, it's just... They've taken a lot of steps backward. Again, Ukes bailing on them. I get it. But this franchise just keeps tripping over itself each and every year. They haven't added a single friggin' thing other than the mixed tag match. That's it. So far as match types. You still don't have special guest referee. You still don't have special guest referee. How many freaking years later? So that's still not in the game. Anyone out there who ever thought there was a chance in hell that you were going to get a War Games match, let me just put that to rest right now. You will never see 2K do a War Games match. Can you imagine what that would look like? Josh, here's where I'm at. I'm getting it because I have a channel that's based on the most recent 2K WWE release. So I'm getting it. They're going to get my money. But here's the thing. This will be the first time ever that I do that do what I'm going to do this season on this channel. I will be running both WWE2K19 and 2K20 content for the foreseeable future. It may be the entire year. But right now, 2K20 is just not going to be ready to go on Tuesday the way I would need it to. I'm still going to have it up. I'm still going to be playing it for 2 or 3 days nonstop and checking all the bells and whistles that it does have to offer, and I'm going to be showing you guys what works, what doesn't work. But, yeah, I guess I can take the stream start soon sign down. I'm just, I can't do my product the way I want it to be with what they're going to be rolling out, so should be released at a lower price. You funny. You funny. Hello, Primetime again. They ain't going to release nothing at a lower price because they know you're going to pay them. They know I'm going to pay them. They're going to get that wrestling money from wrestling fan because there aren't that many games out there to choose from. Name another wrestling game. Go ahead. I dare you. Fire Pro, not for nothing. I loved it the first time around. I just couldn't get into it anymore. Now, my understanding is all the legends are already announced. They're all in there, and they're not going to be in future DLC packs like they did in the past, which I'm kind of happy about that part. Hated to have to wait till friggin' New Year's to have your full roster together. So Hogan will be ready to go on the 22nd. The Fiend is not ready because the tower will not be ready. And it's the only way you can unlock the Fiend, even if you have the accelerator, is by doing the tower matches, which are supposed to be pretty simple. They give you those, I think, 6 different goofball arenas, like, Bray Wyatt's Swamp, which looks pretty cool. Some sort of graveyard cemetery thing, which also looks pretty cool. And again, it's very arcadey in style. Kind of like the old ones where Yokozuna would have chicken wings flying out his butt or something like that, or chicken legs, drumsticks, when he would drop the leg on you and all that kind of stuff. So that's where that's at. So Bray Wyatt's Fiend character will not be available at launch because the game really isn't done and isn't ready, and it'll be about a week before that first update. The other thing I've been hearing from reliable sources is that that first update will not take care of the Create a Championship issue. Theo, where the hell you been, man? I actually mentioned you the other day saying I haven't seen my boy in a long time. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, Josh, it's not only a big selling point. It was the selling point. Get it early, and then you get the Fiend. All right? You get it early, and you wait a week to get the Fiend. I mean, that's really manipulative advertising, and it's one of those you owe us ones, but they ain't going to give you nothing because they can't even get shit done. And while I can understand Yuke's pulling out left them in a bad situation, I'm just tired of it. Every friggin' year, there's a reason why it's not the game it should be quite yet. Last year was better in many ways, and there was some potential being had, and I really thought this was the year we were going to finally get back to being able to create some sort of a story mode and do a lot more with the universe mode and booking things and having things happen the way I want them to happen. And, yeah, that didn't happen. It's not happening this year. Now you're looking at the next console before there's a chance of that. But I'm not feeling it. I just don't think 2K is going to get this right anytime in the near future. Yeah, Theo, the first time around, I liked Fire Pro back on the PS2, I guess it was, right? I enjoyed the hell out of it, played it forever. Got a ton of gameplay out of that. It's just, I'm so much more into the 3D aspect now that it just doesn't really work for me anymore. Do I feel we have better roster updates? What do you mean by that? Because they've already given us the full roster. So far as am I happy with who's on the roster? Well, I'm all about the legends. I really don't care a whole lot about the current product. So from that aspect, I guess it's okay. Who have we lost? We lost Lex Luger. We lost Diamond Dallas Page. So, no, I'm not happy. Got Maria Kanellis, who does nothing. What the fuck is she in there for? Who else have we lost? Vader we lost. So, no, definitely not. Too many big names were kicked to the curb. Rick Martel, I'm okay with losing him. The Rock and Roll Express, I would have liked to have kept. But I know that it's a 2-year deal, and that generally is the way that goes. Yeah, they've added some NXT guys, but I'm giving you a list of like 5 legends that they cut. And for me, that just doesn't work, man. Why you put Hulk Hogan in there? You got to put some of the guys he went up against to make it feel right, brother. And that's another point as well. I mean, so my big question that has not been answered yet, and I'm sure I already know the answer, is can you put more than 100 created wrestler slots in a game? And I'm guaranteeing you the answer is no. There's also been a whole lot of really horrible comments, and these are by people that they gave copies of the game to because they're influencers. And nobody has said a good thing about the physics of the game so far as from a hair standpoint. They have just trashed the way the hair moves, and they didn't do that in 19. I mean, everyone's saying it took a step backwards from 19. So the female hair, like Charlotte Flair's hair, doesn't move, and Bianca Belair is supposed to look really bad. Haven't seen it firsthand. I'm just telling you what they all saying, and I did a bunch of bouncing around different channels over the last 24 hours and getting online and reading stuff from different electronic magazines and things of that nature. And I'm just telling you, man, this is going to be a hot mess. So, on Tuesday, October 22nd, which will be this Tuesday coming up, so you don't have to do the math now. Now you know that'll be the 22nd. Starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live with the WWE2K20. And we'll see. We'll see just how bad it is. So since that tower issue won't be up and running, I'm not sure if you can even do any like the cemetery matches and things like that. If I can, I'll be messing with that a little bit. One of the other things, not that I give a crap, I didn't hear about is whether or not you can still do the big head thing, because that wore out pretty quick. When the game first dropped last year, I was doing it, everybody was doing it for a little while, and then it's like just went away. But I don't know if that's still an option to do the large-headed wrestlers. So anyway, 2K19 will continue running on this channel for the foreseeable future. The good news about that is it allows me to put together an entirely different roster. I've already deleted all of my Monday Night Wars created wrestlers. And in their place, I have put some new wrestlers who you'll get to see in the very near future. The big head is in the game again, Theo. Okay. Probably more effort for them to take it out. So what I'm going to do here in just a moment is give you guys a sneak peek for those of you here. Where am I at? There we go. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. And I did that wrong. At what we will be looking forward to in the weeks to come. What is happening? There we go. If I can find what I'm looking for. And of course it's not there. So let me go to Community Creations, because that's what they're there for. Yeah, I just feel bad for guys like Belt King who, you know, his thing is making belts, and he does the best belts there are out there. And now, good luck, man. It's like you can't make one. All right, let's go with that. And let's bounce down to... Oh, no wonder. I was going to say, why am I getting all this? Let me block that out real quick. That's much better. There we go. Consolidation. Definitely got some people have been going to work here making some nice belts. I need to find one in particular here. If I can. There we are. They have a giant rib in the game? What the hell does that mean? Dookie! What's up? Yeah, Josh, everything I have heard and read says that the only issue is, and the only issue, is Bray Wyatt not being available at release. And they may have Bray Wyatt, but they won't have The Fiend. And just the fact that they're saying there's a week delay on that, I'm thinking to myself, you sure it's only a week? Almost used up all my download slots. Like I said, I've uploaded a whole new roster for you guys. Something I think that'll entertain everyone out there from both the past and the present. See, now, the My Career thing has never... Last year was the most I ever did in my career, and I didn't get through it because I just didn't care at the end of the day. I did kind of like my character, and I had a little bit of fun with it in the beginning, and I'll probably do that a little bit over the first few days because I know people are going to want to see that and see what it's all about. But, yeah, it's just not my thing. It's not where I generally go to. All right. Go here real quick. And... Decisions suck. I got two tough choices to make here. All right, I'm going to go with that one. And then we need the, let's see. One down, one to go. All right. Well, the Creator Arena, it changed last year in that they gave us the small arenas and the gymnasium kind of thing. I don't know how much more... You know, as I say that, I think about these arenas that are going to be coming out this year. These little fantasy arenas. So I guess But we'll also have to wait and see what we can do. Maybe we can use some of those parts in the Create Arena. I mean, I don't know. A lot of these guys that test the game out and get to do their reviews on it are guys that play the game. They're not creators. They don't go out and build created wrestlers. You never see them talk about the studio. They don't put belts together. They don't put arenas together. They just play the game. Nothing wrong with that, but I'd like to see somebody, like myself, who's going to get into the creative aspect of the game and what it can do, also given the opportunity to take a peek at that behind the curtain and maybe even weigh in on some ideas and thoughts. But in the meantime, I'll just do my little thing here the way I do. Yeah, I know the weapons there, you have some level of control over them or creativity over them. Not entirely sure what that's going to look like. But that was one of the other very few things that I heard at least one guy speak well of. All right, let's do this. All right, you guys about ready? We're going to pull back the curtain and let you know what's coming your way over the next several months in 2K. As soon as I can set this one up. I think we are good to go. All right. If you're ready. I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to turn things over to someone that we will all know. Going to call the play-by-play for this next one. Hope you guys enjoy. Here's a little taste of what will be coming up in the very near future right here on the Nation Network.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome right here to NWA Power. Bringing back the best in professional wrestling the way you all want it. I got sick and tired of hearing people tell me, Jim Cornette, this ain't 1986. Well, maybe it ain't 1986, but I tell you right now, it's the best damn wrestling anywhere in the world. Take a look right now. Colt Cabana, he's one of the most widely known and respected men never step in a WWE wrestling ring. And tonight he's got an opportunity of a lifetime to go up against the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. The real champion, if you ask me. Well, no doubt about it. This is going to be a great match. Right here as part of NWA Power, the title is on the line. The champion is making his way. Well, there he is right there, the World Heavyweight Champion himself, Nick Aldis. Well, I'll tell you what, Aldis has had that title now for the better part of a couple of years. He had a brief time where he dropped that title to Cody Rhodes, but then managed to get it back again. And he has gone around defending that title when there wasn't an NWA promotion for him to defend it with. He would go to any promotion that would have him. He'd put that title on the line. And as you can see, he is still walking proudly with that title. Well, Nick Aldis, I'll tell you right now, a lot of people may have sold him short. A lot of people may have passed on the opportunity of a lifetime, but I can tell you right now, the national treasure is here. It's going to be a very, very interesting match. I'm looking forward to this one. Well, when you're going to kick off the NWA Power, what better way than to do it with the heavyweight champion? If you're Colt Cabana, you got to be looking up there thinking that's what it's all about. That's what I'm here for. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. Studio Wrestling back right here, and it's on the Nation Network. All right, time for the introductions, ladies and gentlemen.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, weighing in at 233 pounds, Colt Cabana.
Once again, Colt Cabana is here.
Introducing
Big opportunity
the
for him.
from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 240 pounds. He is the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis.
Well, that's a mouthful for her, but I'll tell you something right now. Nick Aldis has proven time and time again why he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and I think tonight he might do it one more time. Well, we've seen him in a series of battles with Tim Storm, otherwise known as the Perfect Storm. Nick Aldis took that title away from him just under 2 years ago. And it's been pretty high flying for him ever since, and what a ride it's been. But it could all come to an end right here tonight. Well, it could, but I somehow doubt it will. All right, bell sound action underway. Here we go. Oh, just like that. Look what I'm talking about. That's your heavyweight champion of the world right there. He caught him, used the momentum against him. Nick Aldis just took the challenger, Colt Cabana, and really got an advantage right off the bat. Cabana's going to be in some trouble. He's going to be in a lot of trouble right now. Nick Aldis, your champion, going up against the challenger. Here's another clothesline, and down he goes. You know, I've heard people say that perhaps Nick Aldis may go down as the greatest NWA champion of all time. Now, that's saying a lot, I know. You got names out there to think about. Names like Harley Race, the Briscoes, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, just to name a few. And the names like Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat, the Total Package, Lex Luger, Sting, of course. Just to be mentioned in the same company as any of those names is about as high a praise as you can ask for. Aldis whips him into the corner again, follows up with a big clothesline, down goes Colt Cabana. Well, Cabana better figure something out and do it quick, because right now, the champion, the national treasure, is in control. He's choking him out in that corner right there. Referee standing by, not much he can do. Well, hell, there's a lot he could do. He just decided not to. Another big clothesline right there by the champion. Nicely done. And right now, it seems like he's going to slow things down a little bit, more methodical than we usually see him. Yeah, Nick Aldis knows what he's got to do to win a match. That's why he is the champion of the world, and nothing's going to take him out of that. Once again, Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes. Oh, my word. Reminiscent of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And now Colt Cabana finally has got an opportunity. Drops the champion face first down on the turnbuckle. Hooks the leg. Only getting the 1 count. Well, Colt Cabana had an opportunity. He had to take advantage of it. He does. And right now, he's in control of the match, and the champion is the one in trouble. Stretching him out right now. Nick Aldis going to have to figure a way out of this. Champion makes his way back up to a vertical base. There's an elbow right to the midsection. Nicely done. Went for that back elbow. Colt Cabana was ready for him, and now Irish whip to the rope. Back out front, down he goes. Deep arm drag by the champion. Has him up in the air. This is going to be a suplex. Takes him down. Oh, my God. Well, now he's signaling for that elbow. We know Colt Cabana likes to light his opponents up with that one. No, wait a minute. This might be it right here. Champion sizing up the challenger. I don't like the odds. Oh, he managed to duck it out. Nicely done right there by Colt Cabana to survive. Shades now the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, with a flip, flop, and fly. Well, I've seen Dusty Rhodes do that a number of times with some great success. Big elbow right between the eyes of the champion. This could be an upset. 1. And he gets his shoulder up off the canvas. Holy cow. We nearly had a new champion crowned right here on the debut of NWA Power on the Nation. Clothesline. Slide steps out. What a now Aldis with a clothesline of his own. Look at him choking him out right there in the middle of the ring. You know, not for nothing. I understand sometimes you got to take matters into your own hand. Maybe he didn't feel the referee was doing right by him. Open hand slap the taste right out of the mouth. Hello, Colt Cabana. Well, Nick Aldis at this point in time really realizing that Colt Cabana was that close to pulling it out, as he's now got him in that half crab. Well, that half Boston crab, I don't know if that's going to be enough. He elects to let it go. Big knee right to the midsection, finds its mark. Oh, return the favor. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Nobody home. Wind up right hand, and the champion's down now. What's Colt Cabana got in mind? What's he going to do? Oh, he's got his feet up on the top rope. Colt Cabana pulling out every dirty trick in the book. And now it's a national treasure. Hoping to hang on to that title if he can. Well, this doesn't look good right here. Colt Cabana's in trouble. There it is. He hooks the leg. And Colt Cabana somehow manages to kick out. Holy cow, what's going on around here? He gonna bring it back in the hard way. Referee now gonna take a quick look at the challenger because Colt Cabana not moving very much. Well, let's be very clear. This is not a Hell in a Cell match. We're looking for a winner. Now the champion with a series of clotheslines. Oh my goodness. Colt Cabana been busted wide open. Oh, and he just got even that quickly. Again, lighting them up. Both men exchanging blows. Aldis has him up in the air. There's the slam. Hooks the leg one more time, way back. And can't hold him down. What the hell you got to do? I've got to think he's asking that question as well right now. Colt Cabana keeps on finding a way to survive. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is Nick Aldis going to do? From the top rope, he goes down. Oh, my God. Colt Cabana in self-defense, just rolling outside the ring. NWA World Championship is on the line. One of these two men going to walk out of here with it. Colt Cabana knows just how much that means. Even though a lesser man would have been beaten by now, Colt Cabana keeps on fighting away. Oh, wait a minute. He's going up again. What a splash! Hooks the leg. Will that be enough? He finally got him. My God, it took everything Nick Aldis had in him to pull that one out. Well, we're going to take a look back now at some of the great moments from this one. Colt Cabana with nothing to be ashamed of, put up quite the fight and an awesome showing here, albeit in a losing effort. Well, wrestling fans, we told you, professional wrestling is back the way it was meant to be right here on the Nation Network. This is the NWA Power. I thought for sure all this was going to happen right here. The champion seemed to have all the momentum, but once again,
here is your winner and still National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis.
Well, there he is, Nick Aldis, still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the real World Heavyweight Champion in my book. All right. So, yes, that is where we're going to be heading. So we'll have the Monday Night Wars thing going on with 2K20 because I can use all those titles. They're already in the game. And I'll be doing my creation stuff on the Monday Night War characters. So you can watch me do that starting on the 22nd, starting to put the roster together. And as far as the AEW and the NWA, that is what will be featured on 2K19 for the foreseeable future. Once they get the Create a Championship fixed, we'll see, A, how long that takes, and B, how good it is. Thank you, Primetime. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate both you guys. All you guys. So, yeah, Primetime, here's the lineup for the 2020 season. I will be doing NWA, as you just saw. I will be doing AEW and the Monday Night Wars. So I'll be bouncing back and forth with those three things. Not sure about where, I mean, obviously all the old school stuff will be here. That's where it's always going to be. I'll be keeping NWA Power here on the YouTube channel. I think AEW is going to probably live either on Mixer or Twitch, and I'm leaning heavily towards Mixer between the two. But everything is subject to change based on what I think is doing the best and what I think is getting the best exposure. And that's where you guys come in, man. Share the word. Make sure people know about us and make sure they know what we're doing, and especially if you got friends that like old school wrestling, or like I said, we even got the current stuff now with the AEW and NWA. What I love about NWA is it is both. It is today's stars and up-and-coming stars. Who was a kid last week? Hold on a second. My notes fell down. I just wanted to get this real quick. Ricky Starks, that's who it is. Ricky Starks, man, impressed the shit out of me. Not so much. I mean, the in-ring work was good, too. Nothing wrong with that. Not sure I wanted him to go over Trevor Murdoch. I would have liked to see a Murdoch in there being a big, badass Texan that wins matches over a guy who's about 120 pounds lighter. But his after the match ring or mic work, I was actually quite impressed with. I thought he did a great job with the stick. James Storm, glad to see him there. And who else? Mr. Anderson. I'll tell you the one thing I will never understand, and nothing against the guy. I'm sure he's a sweetheart of a guy. Aaron Stevens, otherwise known as Damian Sandow. The guy has zero charisma. Zero. He's just... his best days were that tag team. It's just not... man, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. He did that whole TNA thing where he showed up and, hey, I'm free now and I can do what I want. And I can say what I want. I can be me. Well, that didn't work very well. And it's not going to work well here either, because here's the thing. He comes out, yeah, he got a little bit of a pop in the studio crowd. All of a sudden, Ken Anderson from backstage just says, Mister, and that place shot up. Thought the roof was going to come off. So therein lies the difference. You got one guy with a ton of personality and vibe, and another guy with none. So, old Damien, he's probably not going to go too far in this one either. He just doesn't have that. Sure, he's a fine actor. I know he does Broadway stuff and some on-screen stuff, but I just don't think wrestling's his gig. But again, happy to see James Storm landing there. I think that's a really good fit. I love the fact that Trevor Murdoch is back in the wrestling ring, because that's a perfect fit for him and for the product. I mean, it gives it the flavor it needs. So, yeah, I'm excited about NWA. I haven't been excited about a wrestling promotion in a long time. I'm not that excited about AEW, only because they put the belt on Jericho to get the ball rolling, and I totally disagree with that. Not that they give a shit about my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and those of you that are part of my audience that's able to take Social Security, and I know my audience, so thank you for joining me this morning. I will be, today's what day now? Friday? Tuesday. Let me get my days straight. So Monday night, going into early Tuesday morning, we'll be doing this one more time. Not sure what I'll be running yet. Won't be the Monday Night Wars, because I've already deleted all that. So it'll either be AEW or it'll be more NWA Power, and I'm leaning heavily towards NWA Power because that'll give me a few days to put it all together properly. I'm going to be redoing the face scans on some of these things that I've downloaded, like Nick Aldis's. I got my own face scan. I'm going to use that. And anyway, hope you guys like the final product. Thank you so much for being part of this thing. I will see you on the 22nd, and we gonna get funky like a monkey, baby, with them WWE 2K19, baby, if you will. As the man said, you ain't gotta go home, but I gotta get up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your days. Thank you all for stopping by, saying hi, and I'll see you real soon.